Here comes the sun, do-do-do-do. Here comes the sun, and I say it's alright. Little darling, it's been a long, cold, lonely winter. Little darling, it feels like years since it's been here. Here comes the sun, do-do-do-do. Here comes the sun, and I say
let's get down to business. Give you one more night to get this. We've had a million nights just like this. So let's get down to business. Let's get down to business. Give you one more night to get this. We've had a million nights just like this. So let's get down to business. Let's get down to business. I give you one more night to get this. We've had a million nights just like this. So let's get down to business. Ooh yeah, yeah. Dreams we have don't ever fall away, but we can't live them if we stay the same. I can't do this for another day. So let's get down to business. Let's get down to business. I give you one more night to get this.
CCNY Athletics presents a Beaver Nation Network production. It's our 76th annual event. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 2021 Sports Night Awards Show. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome CCNY Vice President of Student Affairs and Enrollment Management, Ms. Celia Lloyd.
Scholar athletes, I bring greetings from the Office of the Vice President of Student Affairs and Enrollment Management. I know this has been an incredibly tough time this past year and a half, yet you've persisted, you've hung in there. You've won. You're winners. Congratulations on your graduation. We are so incredibly proud of you. You've made yourselves proud. You've made your families proud. You've made the City College family proud. Congratulations. All the very, very best.
Please welcome CCNY's Director of Athletics, Miss Lydia Travis.
Greetings, City College student athletes, staff, alumni, and friends. I would like to take a moment to welcome each of you to our 76th annual City College Athletics Sports Night. Although this year has been one like no other, and we haven't seen the court, the field, or the track, we still have much to celebrate. I'd like to take a moment to thank the staff for their diligence and hard work in putting tonight's event together. And I hope you enjoy your time with us tonight as we recognize the achievements of our City College student athletes. Go Beavers!
The Lionel Malamet Award goes to the 2 male and 2 female senior student athletes who have attained the highest cumulative grade point averages. It is presented by the Alumni Varsity Association. This year's recipients are Amy Jacob, women's track and field cross country; Thea Tyrell, women's track and field cross country; Nicholas Carkett, men's soccer; and Sardar Kangovardi, baseball. The Team Academic Award goes to the program that has posted the highest combined grade point average over the previous 2 semesters. This year's overall winner is the lacrosse team with a combined GPA of 3.687. On the women's side, the winner is volleyball, which has a combined GPA of 3.617. Congratulations as well to all of our student athletes who were named to the Athletic Director's Honor Roll. A total of 93 student athletes were honored after earning a GPA of at least 3.20 or higher during the fall semester. That total included 42 student athletes with a semester GPA of 3.80 or higher, 21 of whom had a perfect 4.0. In addition, 35 Beavers earned places on the CUNYAC Fall Scholar Athlete Honor.
Please welcome CCNY baseball player Ethan Angris.
Hi everyone, I hope that everyone's finals are going well and that you're finishing the semester off strong and getting good grades. I know this last year has been very difficult for all of us with this pandemic, not being able to be on campus or see friends and family members. And I know it's been even harder for us athletes not being able to play the sports that we've loved and trained for most of our lives. Some people, as you know, haven't had a season in 2 years, and no one had a season last year. So it's been very difficult. And with that being said, I would just like to say how proud I am of all of us of being resilient, and for the coaches being able to keep everyone connected and together. I hope everyone's been staying in good shape and ready to compete, because I'm really excited to see everyone again in the fall. I've really missed being on campus and hanging out with teammates and going to all of your sporting events. I can't wait to come back in the fall and get to do all these things again, especially going to some of you guys' other sporting events to support you. I'm really excited for this. I can't wait. Go Beavers.
The Go-Getter Award is presented to one male and one female student athlete for their participation in CCNY athletics beyond just their own team. A true go-getter who embraces everything being a student athlete entails. The Female Go-Getter Award goes to UCPS Santini of the track and field team, while the winner of the Male Go-Getter Award is baseball player Edgar Rodriguez. New this year, the Benning Cup will become an annual award moving forward. It recognizes the team that has the most overall athletic department engagement in every aspect of the student-athlete experience, including community service, leadership, academics, and athletic success. For the inaugural award, we have co-winners. The baseball team has remained actively involved in the CCNY community throughout this past year of remote learning, while also maintaining their high standards in the classroom. The men's basketball team has also stayed involved and ran highly successful virtual fitness workouts with kids at the Boys and Girls Club of the South Bronx. The Outstanding Service Award is given in appreciation for continued support and contribution to the City College of New York Intercollegiate and Recreational Sports Program. This year, 2 individuals are being honored for the integral roles they played in ensuring the department's continuity of operations during the pandemic and their assistance in the preparation for the return to play in fall 2021. Executive Director of Student Engagement Dominic Stellini and Ernest Pierre-Louis from the Division of Student Affairs.
Please welcome your featured guest speaker for the evening, Mark Wiggins.
Hey everybody, it's me, Mark Wiggins, speaker man. Before we get started on our discussion today, I want y'all to do something for me. I want y'all to go back. I want you to go all the way back to a place that looks like this. See, for me as a basketball player, this is where I grew up. This is what I did, what I love to do. This is where I went to learn my skills. This is where I learned how to fight. This is where I learned how to get back up. This is where I learned how to take bandages and wrap them around my hand and play over bottles and wait to be last chosen and come back and be chosen first and then come back eventually be the ones who's picking the teams. This, for me, is where it all went down. I want to know, as you're sitting here preparing to come back for another year, or you're packing it up and you're moving on to the next stage of your life, I want you to go back to the beginning. Back to that place where you made that choice. Back to that place where you said, this is for me. Maybe it didn't happen till you were a little older, 10, 12, 14. Who knew? But at some point in time, you decided to make this your reality. I need you in that space. I need you in that mindset. I need you to reflect with me as I position myself to go take my position at the bottom on this baseline. And all the balls in the house, you know what's next, right? You know what's next, man. Line drills, suicides. I'm not even sure what the PC term is nowadays, but I know I hated these with an absolute passion. Baseline, foul line, baseline, half court, baseline, far foul line, baseline, baseline. Sprint all the way through. Not short, not on top, but all the way through the line. What we're going to talk about today is how are we going to take these lessons learned, the journey that you've been on, and how to get ready to go to the next level. Doesn't matter where you started. It's all about where you're trying to finish. And are you clear on where you're trying to go? And if you're not clear, hopefully by the time I'm done, you'll have some clarity. We're going to reflect. We're going to pat ourselves in the back, but we need to get ready to get off the bench and get into the second round of what's going on in your life. I am Mark Wiggins, and here we go.
Are you Hey there, and welcome to Get Off the Bench, where we talk success, business, life, and how you can make your dreams into reality. Your coach is an international speaker, published author, business and speaking coach, known to his audiences as the Speaker Man. His dream is to move you from the bench to the starting lineup of life. Hey, did you hear that? The game is about to start, and you need to get ready to get in the game. Here's your coach, Mark Wiggins.
Hey everybody, it's me, Mark Wiggins, the Speaker Man, coming to you live and direct. Well, sort of. First of all, shouts out to you all for your great year. Welcome to Beaver Nation. I am so happy to be here. Let me get a shout out to the AD, Lydia, Travis. Lydia, just to let you know, I'm so glad I checked your color scheme and that it was not purple. I'm down with lavender, but not with purple. You understand what I'm talking about. Anyway, back to the issue at hand. I'm here to talk to you today about you and give you some motivation, encouragement about getting ready for next year and the next steps forward. In the pre-video, I asked you to come back with me. I asked you to go back to a time and space where you fell in love with what you do now, whatever that time was, whether it was swimming, golf, basketball, fencing, lacrosse, I don't particularly care. There was a time and space where you said, this is legit. This is what I want to do. This is what I'm going to pursue this passion. I believe I can be good at it, and I probably actually love it. For me, it was the basketball court. Obvious, right? You saw me shooting the basketball court. I grew up in Cleveland, Ohio, wore all things Brown, wore all things Cleveland, and LeBron will return to Cleveland. Anyway, I fell in love with basketball, but that wasn't the only sport I played. I played baseball and I played football, and back in the day, you could play, one sport per season. Now you have to be a specialist. You have to be what you are all year round if you expect to get better, right? Well, back then we were more rounded. We did a lot of different things. And I remember clearly having to choose between football and basketball. Someone had the nerve to tell me that I could not be quarterback of the football team that stunk. I'm like, I'm sorry. I didn't ask to be on a wrestling team, which was actually bomb. I was like, I want to be quarterback because I want to be quarterback. Mark, I'm sorry. Just not going to work out for you being quarterback. I said, why not? Why can't I be quarterback? Well, you're a basketball player. Why don't you go play basketball? Well, I can do both. Why can't I do both? You're going to have to choose. Why I got to choose? Why is it that I cannot do football at quarterback, not tight end, not running back, not blocker, not linebacker, but why can't I be quarterback? Is it because I'm black? No, that's not it. That's not it. We just don't think you're good enough. I said, well, then say that because that's not what you're saying. Anyway, I don't like the cold. I don't like getting hit. And then I went to the gym, grew 6 inches, and the rest is history. So that's when I fell in love with basketball. And I recognized that I could be good at something that was going to take a lot of work. There was a lot of adversity I had to overcome. There was a lot of things I had to get better at doing to become this player. I wasn't the best player on the team. Not at all. Matter of fact, I was the third best on my team the year we won our conference, and out of the 3 of us that were the best, I was the only one who went to college and played and graduated. Was I the best? No, I wasn't the best in college either, but I was a captain. But let me tell you about how I showed up on campus. In my senior year of high school, again, remember, I did all things. I ran track, I was in a band, I was a Boy Scout, don't joke, don't judge. And my senior year, I was running, doing a long jump. We're at regionals. Worst day of my life. It was right around prom, right around now, which is my birthday. My birthday was on the 17th, but it was around my birthday. I go out to do the long jump, and I actually blew my knee right before prom. I went to prom on crutches and morphine. I was told I had a great time. I didn't get to go to the amusement park on that Saturday, and the young lady that I went to prom with while I was on crutches took some other dude to see the point. And she has yet to pay me my money back, and it's been over 30 years. But I digress. So I go through the rehab. I had surgery, I go through rehab. I show up on campus, and my dad pulls up and literally throws me out and says, I'll see you later. Now, I have to rehab my first year. I was a redshirt freshman, and I'm down to rehabbing in Huntsville, Alabama, War Chargers. And I don't know what I'm doing. I'm in the pool. I'm working out. I'm trying to get myself together. And I began to wonder, would I ever play again? Would I ever be able to get back on the court and do what I did in high school that got me all these accolades and this scholarship, right? So I had to keep working. And eventually I got my chance to get onto the floor and begin to play. One of the nights or the days that we were doing conditioning, and y'all can relate to this because we all have to go through conditioning, is not nice. Everyone hates it. However, if you don't do it, you usually end up not doing well. The coach we had that particular year, we might as well have been the track team. We ran all the doggone time. And we were running one day. We went to this place called The Hill. And The Hill was in Alabama, and it was like maybe a quarter mile up and a quarter mile down. And we had to run up and run down the hill 13, 14 times usually to get our conditioning together so we could be ready to go and get beat by about 40 every game. Anyway, one particular day, we're running these hills, and it was not a good day for us. We were running and we didn't want to be there, and the coach was always talking about going through the line. He said, I got the line up top. You got to go all the way through the line for the time to count. Sweet, whatever. So we start running our hills. Boom, 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 boom. Not good. Down to the side. Boom, 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 boom. Not good. Down the other side. Boom, boom, boom. This went on for a while. Around the 11th or 12th time, we began to have meltdowns. You know, there's always a time in practice, especially in conditioning early season, where certain people feel like certain people aren't working, right? They're causing us to continue to run because, oh, united we stand, divided we fall, we're all together. No, we're not. I made my time. Why can't they make their time? If they don't make their time, let them run again. This is a common theme. Well, this particular day, we talked about everybody, talked about their mama. Your mama's so big, she need a VCR for a pager. Y'all, do you know what a VCR is? Do y'all know what a pager is? Anyway, it's funny. Google it. And so we're just going in and out, in and out, in and out. So finally, we make time. No one is still running at their top speed. We make time. We get to the top, and the coach says, I need to explain something to you. He says, we only were supposed to run like 5 each side. I got something to do today, and y'all just took way too long. So we were supposed to do 5 on each side and be out of here. But you chose to take the hard road. That day, he explained to us a theory called MTXE. Mental toughness with extreme effort. And he talked about the mind and how we set our goals and how we focus on what we're trying to go do and the tenacity that it takes, the toughness to go do it. And you don't just give regular effort, you give extreme effort. Extreme is anything outside the normal realms of reality, right? Extreme effort. We need to give mental toughness with extreme effort. I learned a great lesson that day, and that lesson was that no matter how great I think I am, no matter how awesome I believe I would like to be, if I'm unwilling to set my mind, have the tenacity, and do more than anyone else, I will not succeed. My goals won't be met. The team goals won't be met, and it's going to be a challenge. And so that's how I began to start my freshman year after my redshirt year in rehabbing and getting ready to play basketball. So that led me to a lot of other different places, and we were playing teams here, there, everywhere. But all of a sudden, it was about what I could do to be better. The years went by quick. We played great games. We were never overly a winning team, but we were a group of winners. But we didn't win a lot. But I learned a lot. And the lessons that I learned through those trying times actually set me up to do the things that I do now. The day on top of the hill where I learned about MTXE actually became my calling card as a speaker. Talking about mental toughness and extreme effort. I took the experiences that I went through as an athlete and translated those into business. Because you can do that. It's the same thing. It's competition. It's about work. It's about getting things together. It's about getting things done. And I took those things about business and moved them into life. And then I began to talk to other people about it. All of a sudden, my worst experiences became the things I learned the most from. And from being able to learn from those things, I apply them to other areas of my life. Transferable knowledge. What I'm talking about is your unfair advantage. You here at CCNY have an unfair advantage. As an athlete, you have an unfair advantage. It's not even close to being fair to anyone else who did not play a sport. I don't particularly care the sport. Your unfair advantage is simply the lessons that you've learned while you were becoming an athlete. When you wanted to quit and you didn't, it's called tenacity, called endurance. When you cared about another teammate, it's called leadership. When you had to study, travel in the back of those raggedy cars in the hotels and whatever, and come back and be ready to go and deliver because the professor don't give nothing about you, that the fact that you're an athlete. Side note, when I got on the campus, and I always get emotional about this because it was one of those wake-up moments. I remind you, I'm in Huntsville, Alabama, from Cleveland. I walk into the science class, and the professor there was Dr. Leonard. Dr. Leonard was from England. He had that accent. Mr. Wiggins. Who are you talking to? Bro, he talking to you. My name is not Wiggins. There's no O in my name. It's Wiggins. 2 I's, 2 G's, and then an S. What up? Mr. Wiggins, do not believe that because you're an athlete that you're going to come in my classroom and come in here and floss and get it easy. It's going to be difficult for you. You're going to have to work hard. I'm like, sir, I just got here. I don't even know who you are. Why are you picking on me? That's how I had to deal with college. And unfortunately, I learned the most in that class. Isn't it interesting how you learn the most from the toughest professors, the toughest situations, the toughest coaches, the most adverse situations? If you are paying attention, if you are awake, if you are in tune to what's going on, you actually learn the most. I would like to take, if we were live action right now, I would take a poll in the room and say, give me the toughest professor you've actually had this time here at college. Snapping names off. I said, Dennis, give me the easiest teacher you ever had. Snap off here and there, whatever. And then give me the professor that didn't do anything at all. You don't even remember being in class. I would then ask you who you learned the most from. If you're honest, you say the professor that was the toughest on you. Life gives the toughest lessons. And those are the ones we need. Because if you're going to learn to get off the bench and enter the starting lineup of life, you're going to have to take what you've learned to apply it to what you do now. I know the past season was raggedy. I feel for you. I haven't played in a few years, but I felt for every athlete across the country during this pandemic. The pandemic is one of those things where you remember where you were when things went south. I remember where I was. I'm going to roll back for the old heads in the room to when the Challenger blew up. I was in Huntsville, Alabama, right? Walking into the UC. Boom, gone. I knew exactly where I was. I knew exactly where I was when 9/11 hit. I had my cookie store back then. I had a cookie store, which is some other stories. I was walking into the bank and everybody's mouth was just wide open, gaze to the television like, what in the whole world just happened? I turned around and looked at the screen in time just to see the other tower come down. I know the bank. I can tell you where it is right here in Virginia. I know exactly where I was. I knew exactly where it was when the pandemic hit. And they said, this is not going to work. We're shutting down the earth. I was like, wait, what? I sell Greek paraphernalia to the sororities, right? And I'm in Kentucky at a sorority event. And I'm set up to sell, and we about to make some money, y'all. Oh, my goodness. The Sisters of Sigma Gamma Rho Sorority Incorporated. We were down there getting ready to make it in. Okay, we're going to have to close down, and we're going to have to go home. They just shut down the world. Wait, what? I just drove 11 hours to Kentucky, and I set up in the middle of the night. We hit a sale. I made some sales. They smiling at me. I'm looking all cute and everything, and I got to go home. Where were you when the world shut down? That's your point. That's your point of focus now. That's going to be your point of reference for the rest of your life. You'll know exactly where you were. And the rest of the time I felt bad for the athletes because I knew some of them would never, ever see the court again competitively. I knew that there were some kids who needed more time to get ready to go do work and get ready. They weren't ever going to be ready. That people would graduate without having their senior day. The old school way, where they called your name and you ain't played in 4 years. You here? We love you. Everybody loves you. They know your name. You get in the game. They start screaming for you. You didn't get to come out and take that start for the first 37 seconds and go sit down because you get to start because you're singing for your endurance for hanging out. Not because you was the best, but because you were part of the team and you knew your job. And your job was to help support folks. You didn't get that opportunity. And now you got to watch me on video. I'd rather be live action. We all would. But inside those moments are the moments that make you great. it adds to the unfair advantage. And if you're paying attention, if you tap into this right now, I promise you, you will be better than everybody else. Everybody say better. Good job, better. How? Mark, how could you be better after this situation? How could we be better after not really playing or getting out here and getting tested all the time and nobody's in the gym, we got to play? Wasn't there a time we played with nobody in the gym or at the court? Wasn't there a time? Wasn't there a time you did all your work by yourself when nobody was looking? See, you weren't relieved of the responsibilities of becoming that athlete for your opportunity to come. If nothing else, you should now understand completely the concept and the statements. You better play like today is the last day you get to play, because some of you, the last time you played was the last time you played. It sucks, but it is the reality we deal with. The returning class, I hope and pray that you took full advantage of the time that you had to be better, lock down those grades, spend more time reading, catching up, and working on your game individually in your mind, watching tape, watching film, whatever you had to do, whatever adjustments that needed to be made. Let me tell you who's going to come out of this thing the winner next year. The winners are going to be those who put in the work when no one was looking and we couldn't do anything but watch and do videos. Trust and believe there's somebody out here who is coming for you. I was always told, whatever you won't do, somebody else will do. I was then told to add an addendum to the statement, whatever you won't do, somebody will do, and when that somebody meets you, they're going to beat you, flat out. It's a word of encouragement. Take advantage of it. Take advantage of the time. Use this time of unfair advantageness to be ready for the next round, because there'll be nothing like this for a long, long time. Let's pray, right? To the people who are graduating, to the seniors, I got a special word for you too. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry y'all didn't get to do what you thought you were going to do. I'm sorry that you didn't have the opportunity to leave like you wanted to leave. I'm sorry that, that people are going to look at you and not understand the pain of all those 10,000 hours that you have to spend to become an expert. You didn't get to have the highlight and walk off like you should walk off. Yes, you'll have your degree. Yes, you'll have the memories from before. And you'll also have the pain and agony of not finishing like you should have. I submit to you today, I want you to take that same energy, keep that same energy, and apply it to the next thing coming. It needs to pay for all of this. When I see your name on a resume and I see 2020 as your graduating year, 2020, 21, I'm going to go, oh my God, they have a different set of integrity right now. They have something else we need in our business, because you can't teach what just happened to this world. You went through it. You have a different set of experiences. I encourage you to embrace all those things to prepare for your next level, adapt and overcome, use your unfair advantage. All right, so I'm gonna wrap this down, right? Because usually I would say I don't want to stand between you and the food, or it's nothing worse than speaking like after food and people get sleepy and stuff. So I don't know how you're gonna watch this at home. I know you're doing popcorn or we're all together at this point. I don't know, but let me finish up because I'm sure you have better things to do. I'm gonna give you 3.5 tips. 3.5 tips, not 3.5, 3.5, not 4, 3.5 tips to take with you right now to teach you how to use and engage your unfair advantage so you can dominate no matter where you go. Are you ready? Are you ready? Come on, Beavers, are you ready? I missed the feedback, y'all, I'm sorry. Here we go. Number one, simply, in the words of Bill Belichick, prior to Tom Brady leaving him, do your job. Do your job. You have a thing that you must do. You have a thing that you're responsible for. You have a position you must play. Your job is to be ready to go whenever the whistle blows. Your job is to be able to back up whoever you're backing up to get your opportunity. You never know when your last time is going to be, and you never know when you're going to get called on. But you got to do your job. I remember clearly coming off the bench for my sophomore year. Back in the day, the ninth grade was not in the high school. It was across the street. Anyway, I'm a sophomore. I'm on JV team, and it's the wintertime. They brought us up for the winter tournament. They expected my whole team to come through and be beast. I got to go sit on the varsity bench. I'm sitting here excited, ready to go. I'm not sure if I'm going to get in or not. Doesn't matter. I'm going to get a varsity letter because I'm on the varsity team until Dennis Flanoy, who was in front of me, got 4 fouls in the first half. They looked at me, Mark, you better ready to go. I'm like, go where? Sir, I don't know if I should be able to play or not. No, Mark, you better be ready. We come out at halftime. We're going to probably come to you. Second half, coach, you need to make a change. They looked down the bench. I looked back. They looked again. I leaned back. Wiggins, let's go. Oh, my God. Coach, just do your job. Put you in front of this press, get these rebounds, do your job. Ladies and gentlemen, I went out there and played for the first 8 minutes and didn't break a sweat. I don't know what swallowing sand is like, but it's probably that time where I could have nothing in my mouth. But from that point forward, I started every game for my sophomore year, second half of that game, through high school, all the way into college. Simply because I did my job. I told you I wasn't better than everybody else. I just did my job better than everybody else. Hard work. Number two, maximize your opportunities. Maximize your opportunities. You don't know what's going to show up for you. What I do recommend is that when it does present itself, when opportunity comes a-knocking, that you be prepared to go. Opportunity does not go away. It goes to the person who's most prepared. Underclassmen, if you've not done the work right now, there's someone coming for your position. Just letting you know that. Just put that out there. You've got to maximize your opportunity. I remember my daughter was playing here in the D.C. area at one of the top schools in the WCAC, the Washington Athletic Conference, Catholic School Conference, right? On her bomb team. And she was not the bomb player. She made the varsity. She was on the team. She was back there. We had to have many conversations about doing her job. And then she said, Dad, I just only have a few seconds a game or a minute or so to get in the game, and we're up by 40 or we're down by 15 or so, and I get in, and I asked one simple question. I said, boo-boo, what are you doing with the time you are given? Excuse me? What are you doing with the time? Don't talk to me about what you should have. Talk to me about what you do get. What do you do? You're taking charges, you're diving on the floor, you're mopping the floor, you're passing water, you're putting notes in the scorebook. What do you do with your time that you're allotted to you so you can build up the trust because your opportunities may be few and far between? Are you maximizing your opportunities? I say to you, are you maximizing your opportunities? You working at networking school? Are you making the connects for the next level? Are you ready to work? We're talking to people there. Are people able to speak to you and your character and your integrity by the way that you worked in practice? You mean they judge me on that? Absolutely they do. No one particularly cares what my average per game was in college is about 47 points. I lie. It was around 8. All they want to know is what kind of player you were. What kind of person were you? What kind of work did you do? Maximize your opportunities. Number three, find the lesson. There's a lesson in everything. I take you back to the hill. The lesson was not about making the time, ladies and gentlemen. The lesson was about finishing through the line. Not short, not on it, but through the line. The lesson is always finish what you start. The lesson is always work harder than everybody else. Always follow through. Take one more. Do one more. Be better than yesterday. These are the lessons that you need to take as you prepare for next year and next levels. Find the lesson. If you don't find the lesson, you would have, I'm not going to say you failed, but you're going to be short. I remember when I had a business here in Virginia and I had 2 stores. I had a cookie store. I was once known as a cookie man before I became the speaker man. Whole nother story. Anyway, one particular day I had to shut down one of my stores. I called my old man on the phone. I was like, yo, Pops, what's up? I said, Dad, I'm up here. The store's closing and I don't know. I feel like a failure. And he's like, I was like, I don't know what I said, yo, are you listening to me? Huh? I said, Pops, are you listening? He says, no, fool, I'm watching Gunsmoke. This is amazing. The Rifleman, this is a Gunsmoke, for real. He goes, okay. What was your question? Oh, you want to know if you failed or not? Yes. Am I a failure? And he says, you absolutely are a failure if you don't learn something from what just happened to you. If you walk away from this experience without gaining any knowledge or any insight or any growth, you would then have failed. Other than that, it's a lesson learned. Take it, apply it to the next thing in life. Adapt and overcome. use it as your unfair advantage. This is my pops talking to me. I was like, for real? He said, yeah. And then he hangs up the phone. Gun smoke. Here comes the 0.5. Mark, why do you use a 0.5? The 0.5 is one of these things I just happen to put in there. You will probably forget everything I say, but you will not forget the 0.5 because it's so strange. 0.5. Here is a simple 0.5. Ladies and gentlemen, take this with you. If you remember nothing else, the simple steps to success is as follows. 0.5. Be better than yesterday. I don't know what else I need to say. I think I just need to go ahead and drop mic, but it's attached to stand. Be better than yesterday. I want you to just digest that for a second. Be better than yesterday. Oh, you was good yesterday. Well, I need to be better today. Everybody say better. I gave it my 100% yesterday. Cool, then give it 100 again and find a way to improve another area. I'm not going to say give it 110. That's not accurate. You gave 100 yesterday in one particular area, find another area. Did your teammate get better today? Did you follow the plan and execute the plan better today than yesterday? Are you comprehending the plays and the position that you're supposed to be playing better than you did yesterday? What are you doing today to help set you up for success tomorrow? You must continue to be better than yesterday. It's a simple goal. It's a consistent goal. It's a perpetual goal. It should keep you moving. It's something that athletes know far too well and adapt to that and have taken it on as a lifestyle and a mantra. I will work every single day to be better. How about this? How about you just work to be better than yesterday? So on your best day, you got to be better than your best. That's how you improve. That's how you grow. That is how you use your unfair advantage. When you take all of this and go into the workplace, and you got these people who are sitting on clocks, and you're coming in brand new, and you don't know nothing, and then you start outworking everybody. You're getting the help. You're getting the reps. You're getting the mentoring. Why? Because that's what you did. This will help you become the best you could possibly be. Number one, do your job. Number two, maximize opportunities. Number three, find a lesson. And the 0.5, be better than yesterday. Beaver Nation. And in conclusion, I always want to say that, like, I know this is not commencement, but and in conclusion, I know you're cheering right now. He's almost done. Thank God. Whatever. Beaver Nation, let me leave you with this. All the things you've been to have brought you to this moment. All the things you'll do from this moment will be because of what you did in this moment. You've arrived. You've arrived to your destination. The question will be, will you stay here or you will prepare and commence to go to the next level? Will you prepare to go on to where you need to be? I sure hope so. Whether you're coming back next year or where you're moving on to your next phase in life. Just do what you need to do. Be better than yesterday. All that being said, I will leave you with this. As always, if you can reach your dreams with a stepladder, then they're probably too low. I am Mark Wiggins. Good luck, Beaver Nation. See you around the way.
Welcome to the Masked Singer, the Beaver Edition. Each singer will get 30 seconds to perform with their identity hidden. Once the audition is complete, you will be given 4 possible correct singers to choose from. We will then ask you to immediately live chat your answers on our YouTube platform. Here's your first singer.
I'm just a fool who's willing to sit around and wait for you. But baby, can't you see? There's nothing else for me to do. I'm hopelessly devoted to you.
Who is the mystery masked singer? Live chat your answers now. And the mystery singer is...
I'm just a fool who's willing to sit around and wait for you. But baby, can't you see?
There's nothing else for me to do. I'm hopelessly devoted to you. But now there's nowhere to hide. Since you pushed my love aside, I'm out of my head, hopelessly devoted.
Here's your next singer.
We're no strangers to love. You know the rules, and so do I. A full commitment's what I'm thinking of. You wouldn't get this from any other guy. I just want to tell you how I'm feeling. Gotta make you understand. Give you up. Never gonna let you down. Never gonna run around and desert you. Never gonna make you cry. Never gonna say goodbye. Never gonna tell a lie and hurt you.
Who is the mystery mass singer? Live chat your answers now. And the mystery singer is...
We're no strangers to love. You know the rules, and so do I. A full commitment's what I'm thinking of. You wouldn't get this from any other guy. I just want to tell you how I'm feeling. Gotta make you understand. Give you up. Never gonna let you down. Never gonna run around and desert you. Never gonna make you cry. Never gonna say goodbye. Never gonna tell a lie and hurt you. Take it, 1987, Jamie Angeli.
The Exceptional Senior Awards are presented to the graduating student athletes who have made incredible contributions not only to their respective athletic teams, but to the CCNY community as a whole. They're recognized for both their athletic success and their achievement in the classroom. 2021 Male Exceptional Senior is volleyball player Carlos Maldonado Madrid. Carlos earned CUNYAC All-Star honors 3 times during his career. He paced the Beavers in kills during the 2018 season, then led the team in digs in 2019. As CCNY reached the CUNYAC semifinals for the first time in program history. Maldonado Madrid then ranked among the top 10 in the league for both kills and digs in 2020. Academically, he's both an Athletic Director's Honor Roll and CUNYAC Scholar Athlete Honor Roll selection. On the women's side, the Exceptional Senior for 2021 is Avery Mallett of the track and field team. One of the most accomplished athletes in CCNY history, Avery is a 3-time All-American and 2-time academic All-American. She qualified for the NCAA Championships 4 times, finishing 8th in the long jump at the 2019 outdoor meet. She led the Beavers to 4 CUNYAC titles, earning the Most Outstanding Performer award at 3 CUNYAC championships. She's also twice been named CUNYAC Track Performer of the Year. Member of the Dean's List, Athletic Director's Honor Roll, and CUNYAC Scholar Athlete Honor Roll, Mallett was selected as the 2021 CUNYAC Scholar Athlete of the Year.
Please welcome graduating CCNY track and field star, Avery Mallett.
Hi, I'm Avery, and I was co-captain of the women's track and field team here at City College. I wanted to start by saying a few quick thank yous. Coach Murray, thank you for being my guide from day one, my biggest supporter, and bringing the best out of me. To the other coaches, thank you for showing me how to look at things from different perspectives. And to my teammates, thanks for pushing me in practice, cheering me on from the side at meets, and showing me how tough track and field athletes could be. I'm really grateful to have been surrounded by such a solid group of people and for my overall experience as a student athlete here at City College. To me, being a student athlete was always about being the best version of myself on and off the track, and you all helped bring that out of me. Like many of you, I had my last season cut short due to the pandemic. I missed the excitement of competing and surprising myself, and I missed watching my teammates compete and cheering them on. Track gave me the opportunity to push myself beyond what I thought was possible, and it required a level of mental fortitude that I just haven't been able to experience since my last competition. But I'm happy with the time that I did have. In many ways, being a member of the track and field team and a student athlete has prepared me for success after graduating. I finished my degree in December, and I've started working at a school called New York City Autism Charter School as a classroom instructor for students with autism. You know, as a student athlete, you learn how to be patient, forgiving, a team player, and how to help those around you achieve their goals as well as your own. And all of these skills, I think, really translated into my new position and have helped me be successful thus far in my career. And we've all had to do some transitioning this past year, you know, from student athlete to just student to graduate for some of us. But I hope you all found some peace with how this past year has played out. And for those of you with more seasons left, I hope that you get the chance to get out there sooner rather than later. You know, it sounds cliche, but, you know, the pandemic has made me realize that you can't take things for granted, with my track and field career being the obvious example here. And most importantly, it's taught me to be self-forgiving. Some days good is enough. And with that, I want to say be kind to yourself, best of luck moving forward, and congrats to all of you that are graduating.
Good evening, Beaver Nation. This is Steve Macias, Assistant Director of Athletics for Facilities and Operations and Head Baseball Coach. Man, what a crazy year we just went through. But you know what? We're coming back. With that in mind, I hope you guys do really well on your exams coming up. Have a great summer, and we'll see you all back in September. Go City.
Hello, student athletes. Coach Murray here. Here we are at the end of a very tumultuous year, and I know it's been difficult for a lot of us, and we've had to make adjustments that we never thought we would. But there's still lots to be happy for. There's still lots to be thankful for, and there's still a reason to celebrate. So I'm really, really looking forward to seeing you all in the fall, and I hope you and your families are doing well. And moving forward, we're going to have to come together like we've never had before. And I want you to understand how important it is to think about what the positive can be taken out of this. And I know there's a lot of negative around us, but we're going to move forward. We're going to put the negative behind us, and we're going to move forward together as a CCNY athletic family. Take care.
In a message to this year's seniors, and not just lacrosse players, but all the City College seniors, we're really obviously disappointed to not be able to see you play, to see you compete over the last year, but we're excited to see what's next for all of you. So as you go forward in your careers, look for ways where you can get involved with the next generation. Coaching is one of those gifts that you can give, but it also gives back. So I highly recommend that you take a chance, you take some time, and you get involved with a local sports organization wherever you're living after you graduate. Best of luck.
I know that this year has been a tough one, to say the least. When I think about the experiences that I had as a student athlete and just being in this situation, you know, I can't even imagine just knowing how much my sport meant to me and being able to play and being with my teammates, and just how much being a student athlete was just how I identified myself, and not having an opportunity to be a part of that for an entire year and a half for some of you. You know, I can't even imagine. But I do want to commend and compliment you all on the persistence and the resilience that you all have shown during this year, and the focus that you've been able to keep on your academics and the big picture, you know. And what I mean by that is your long-term goals, and continuing to work towards positioning yourself for your career, positioning yourself for what's beyond City College and what's beyond City College athletics. I look forward to welcoming each of you back to campus. For our seniors, I know that this is not the conclusion to your athletics career that you've always envisioned, but again, I would like to congratulate you as well for continuing to stay focused on the big picture and working towards preparing yourself for what's beyond the walls of City College and getting your degrees. You know, this is a major milestone in your life, and you know it's exciting, even though it may not look the way that you've always pictured it. But with that being said, you know, the department and the institution will be forever indebted to you for the service that you have given us and representing us not only in New York City, but representing us on a regional platform and on a national platform for those of you who had those opportunities. I thank you so much for always representing us well. I thank you for continuing to just move this department forward with your leadership and the work that you've always continued to put into your craft, into your program. With that being said, I encourage each of you to make an impact in a different way, to continue to be involved in the department, continue to be involved in what's happening at City College. I know that you're going to go on and you're going to start your careers, but if you didn't know, the Alumni Association pays for your first year of dues. So if you're interested in continuing to be a part of moving this department forward and just kind of moving the needle, I encourage you to even more specifically get involved in the Alumni Varsity Association that works directly with the athletics department. And your experiences and your stories and your contributions will continue to make an impact and a difference on the classes and the generations that are coming behind you. So again, congratulations, and congratulations to all of our recipients for tonight's awards. Best of luck during the summer and during your future endeavors. And I know you all will do great. Go Beavers.